Hey there, beautiful souls, and welcome to day 3 of the challenge that I am setting for myself to show up and choose love over fear and share a message of hopefully love and maybe a little bit of wisdom that hits you in the heart and helps to inspire you to choose love over fear in each conscious moment of your existence that you can, and set your path of life down a much better trajectory than fear ever could. So today's message, I'm just walking back from my usual cafe, find a cafe wherever I am, and go journaling and just go deep. And yeah, what came through for me today was today's message, which is all about how the meaningfulness of your existence is basically determined by, sorry, that's not the title at all, but I forget it, but you can read it. But basically it is the meaningfulness of your existence basically sets the scene of having a pleasant inner world. Oh my God, I just totally butchered that, but read the title. It sounds a lot better than what just came out of me then, but let me talk into what I'm actually meaning. So some of the work that I'm doing right now, and through the lens of my current teacher, which is Sadhguru, as I'm going through, I've just completed his inner engineering program and gone through a weekend course, and I'm currently practicing his kriya that he has basically given everybody going through the course the embodiment of, and I'm diving really deep. That's what started this 40-day challenge, and that's what's I incorporated it with this sharing of a message with you guys. But basically, one of the major things that he's helping to create the opportunity for you to have the experience of is that your inner reality and how you're experiencing your inner world will actually determine how your whole experience of life, basically. And this point in his words of talking about the pleasantness of your inner world, when you have a pleasantness in your inner world, you show up differently and basically have the greatest impact that you could possibly have when you are feeling good within your own system. So you can think about it for yourself, like when you're feeling good, when you're in great states emotionally, mentally, physically, it's all interconnected, then you show up in a way that can create true meaningfulness in your life. And that's really what I wanted to kind of touch on today. Like, I've just spent the last hour really focusing in on how am I filling up my day? What are the things that actually generate a sense of pleasantness within my system? What I mean by pleasantness is the things that I want to feel, right? Like I want to feel love and joy and bliss and peacefulness and all of those great states. What has to happen in my own system from a mindset perspective, from an emotional perspective, from a physical perspective, even a spiritual perspective, so that I can actually get into a state of consistency with my inner pleasantness, so that I can therefore have a good impact on others. And that's what I mean by the meaningfulness of our existence, because if we just live our lives in unpleasant states of inner being, then that's how we show up in the world. That's how we're impacting the people around us, whether we're aware of it or not. And there's not much meaningfulness in your existence if you can't have a positive impact on the world around you, the people around you. And so that's what makes it even more meaningful. There's so many people that, you know, we all have this desire to contribute to others, to mean something, to make a meaningful difference in whatever way. Even if we're doing it or not, there's this inner yearning that wants to have a sense of contribution in order to feel a sense of fulfillment. And one of the biggest things for me was I got a lot of my identity caught up in how I'm impacting others determines my value. And so it's part of the reason why I had to step away from my work and go a lot deeper over this past year, and really kind of almost isolate myself from the external world in order to really grasp what was going on in my inner world, is because so much of what I was doing was caught up in trying to make my external world pleasant, or the people around me feel a sense of pleasantness in their own system in order for me to then feel that sense within. And you can't control that, right? And so basically by shifting the focus and realizing I can only really have that positive impact that I desire, and therefore create that sense of meaning from contributing positively and impacting positively, if I have a pleasantness in my inner world which is only in my control. And so I literally just spent the morning mapping out my next week of all the things that bring a sense of pleasantness within my system. And, you know, things like practicing these new yoga techniques that I am, and journaling and taking time to myself, and, you know, doing my physical training and all of that stuff. And also even, yeah, just all those things that kind of generate that sense of well-being in my own system that I'm in control of, that is my responsibility. It's my responsibility to cross this road and not get run over in a second, but hang on, you're coming with me. So that's what I've just mapped out for myself, and I wanted to share that with you guys today, because to ask you, like, what are the things that you can create in your own everyday life that bring you a sense of pleasantness within, so that you can go out there into the world, have a positive impact, and build meaningful connections and create a meaningful life from an inner state of pleasantness that is your responsibility. All right, so that's my question for you, and I'd love to hear from you guys. If anybody wants to drop some comments in while I don't get killed, and let me know, like, what are the things that you do that create a sense of pleasantness in your own system? I'd love to hear from you. And before I go in here, I just want to, I can barely see my screen, it's so sunny, but drop me some comments. I'll be able to see it in a sec. And and tell me what are the things that you can do in your own life to create and take responsibility for your own sense of pleasantness within, and access states, mental and emotional states that you actually want to live in. So let me check in. I've got Aaron and Adrian and Simon. Oh, 2 Simons in the house. I love it. And Marwan and Abdul, great to have you guys here. I hope that today's message has served you. It is stinking hot where I live, so it was fun to be able to just do one of these lives on my walk back before I go and hit the gym. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Hope this message served you and just reminds you about what makes your life meaningful. It all starts within you having a pleasantness in your own system. That's your responsibility to fill up what you do with your life that generates a sense of inner pleasantness within your own system, so that you can actually contribute and meet that human need that we all have to live in a meaningful existence by having a positive impact on the world around you. But you can't have it until you start taking full responsibility for your own inner pleasantness that is not dependent on anything external or anyone externally. All right, that is my message from you guys to you guys, and I can see Honey and Gurul. I hope you guys get some value from this message, and anyone else watching later. So much love for each and every one of you guys, and remember to just go out there today and in every conscious moment choose love over fear. They're both available and both lead you in a totally different pathway in your life and your experience of it. And so, yeah, my hope is that you'll choose love. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow for day 4.